Okay, I know you can hear me. Let me come and have a seat. This has always be a fun part. Just having a seat and being able to see what you seeing. So it is very late right now, but we are going to do this. We are going to do this. So let me just, you know how it started. Let me just set this up to make sure everything is set before we continue. But today, while I'm setting this up, we're going to be talking about personal growth and being intentional when it comes to you personally growing, wanting to grow yourself. This mic is on. Okay, good. So I need to make sure. Okay. Okay, you can hear me. We doing good. All right. Let me write something in the chat so anyone who coming in can get this. Just gonna say hello, family, and I'm gonna put that in there. Okay, good. So I can see if someone message or not, right? Okay, good. So yeah, so we were talking about personal growth, and I'm really excited to start this. If you are on your personal growth journey, whether it be physically, spiritually, mentally, whatever the leads are, because you just want to grow, then this is what I'm doing. I started this journey a couple months back, and let me tell you, it has been the best version. I have been like the best version of myself. It has really helped me. And so today, I just want to focus on that and share some tips on how you can be intentional about your personal growth. If you see me looking down, that's because I have the notes here. I have some stuff in my head and I have the notes here. So just letting you know that yo, this is alive, right? So yes. So the first thing is setting your intention for personal growth, right? Some of us, some of us like some of us wake up 5, 6 years and we ask ourselves, how did I get here? Like what happened? What did I do? Because 5 years just flew by and I'm still in the same place. I feel stuck, you know? And I have done that in the past. And it has been so crazy because I look back and I'm like, ooh, so much time has passed, but I feel like I haven't grown. I feel like I'm stuck. I feel like I'm in the same place. And that was previously. So if you're like that and you feel stuck, you feel like you're in the same place, you just feel like nothing has changed, just the time, and you just wasting your time, whether it be in your 30s, early 30s, 40s, or maybe even in your early 20s, Um, I want you to think about it differently, and I have it here. I want you to think about it differently. Please know that you can consciously script out your life, and that is something that I had to discover that I didn't need to be the same person, that I have control over this, and you can notice I saying you would consciously script out your life or reinvent your life. Um, and obviously, to achieve the life that you want, there are certain steps you have to take. And there's 3 steps I'm going to be talking about today. And it's very simple, very easy, very simple, just 3 steps. So the first one is the design. The second one is the habits. And the third one is the follow through. And I know it sounds pretty simple. Design, habits, follow through. So we're going to be going through that today. And let me just say, these three steps can change everything for you if you really pay attention and you actually consciously do the work that needs to be done. So, um, yeah, we're going to do this. And you're going to hear me say, but yeah, in other words, I have not listen. I have notes here, because I really wrote down these things because I really wanted to get a point across so that you can have a better understanding. But if you have any questions, please leave it down below so I can go over with make shorts, make other videos so that I can help you along the way if I didn't explain it fully. You know what I'm saying? So yes. So the first thing is oh my goodness. So in other words. Mm. So when you're talking about the follow through, in other words, you basically that's how you're going to stay on track, even if you fall. So please keep in mind if you fall, which means you're not going to do the same thing again because you know that led to you falling in the first place. So you're going to do something different this time when it comes to following through, right? When it comes to taking these steps in general, um, you can't do the same thing exactly, hoping for different results. I have been, I have stopped myself in that cycle over and over. And I realized that I had to wake up and smell the coffee. If I wanted a different outcome of my life, I need to input something differently. I need to do something differently. So if you've been doing the same thing for the past months or years and expecting your life to change, then it's not gonna happen because you're not doing anything different. If you want the life if you want a different life, I should say, if you want different things to change in your life, then you have to do something different. Uh, Please remember that. And I'm not talking, oh, let me just try this one time. I'm not talking about just changing one thing and doing it for 1 day or 2 days and then falling off. We're not talking about that. You have to be consistent with it. Right. And so when I talk about your design, I'm talking about your vision, where your halfway life. If you can just write down what your life will be in 2 years, just 2 years. We could go five, but we just leave it as 2 years, right? What your life will look like in 2 years, or just think about one good thing, the best thing that can happen in your life in the next 2 years. Think about it, Harky. What is the best thing that can happen to me in the next 2 years? So just think about it. And or of course, when I think about things, I always tell people to go ahead and write it down. I have this little cute book here that I normally try to take everywhere with me because when I have an idea or thought, I want to write it down. Excuse the burping, guys. um, so keep that in mind. So yes, I want you to write it down. Just by doing this, you already ahead of so many people in your life, in the world, I should say, just by doing this simple step. Because you have a plan, and not just you have a plan, but you're intentional about what you want in your life. You are shaping your life now, right? So keep that in mind. Oh, I just looking at myself to make sure everything all right. You are shaping everything that you want. And so, I have so much things here right down. Um, so be and I really want you to be conscious, right? Like really be conscious about what you're thinking. Because when you ask people what they want in the next 2 years, a lot of people will be like, "Oh, I want money." I mean, a lot of us do, right? Okay, cool. I want a car, I want money. Just the generic answers. But I really want you to be conscious about what you want and thinking about it. And so that is going to propel you further besides everyone else, right? So that's why you're going to be ahead of everyone else. Um, Another thing is, I want you to get a journal and write down all the different ideas you have and what you want to build in your life. So, just like I told you, I have a book here. Oh my goodness, I have so much ideas that I write down on a day-to-day basis. Base A lot of them is based around my goals that I set, because sometimes life happens, things change, so you want to adjust. Sometimes I adjust it depending on how I feel and depending on what's going on as well. And so you can do that. You don't have to, because you write one stuff, you have to stick with that. You know, we are human beings, we develop and we grow. And as we grow, new things will come and follow along. And so you could change it along the way. Tweak it, in to suit you, I should say. And so keep that in mind. The next thing you could do is weekly reflections. Now, this is crucial, guys. This is a game changer. Weekly reflections, where you are now and where you want to be. Where you are now and where you want to be. So you're gonna write down that, right? Hmm. And also, does the habits that you are doing now good enough to get you where you want to be? So that's what you're going to be doing that's how you're going to be doing your weekly reflections, where you are now and where you want to be, and based on your habits. So the habits that you're doing now, are they good enough to get you where you want to be? And if it's not good enough, then obviously you need to change those habits, adjust them so that you can be where you want to be. And that's how you're going to be doing it every week. So you're basically evaluating yourself. You're being conscious about everything. Everything you're doing, you're very intentional, I should say, right? And so that is another thing that I have been doing that has really helped me. And that is why I'm sharing this with you, because I want you to grow personally. I want you to experience these things. It may seem like a lot of work up front, but as you start get the ball rolling, it would be like, okay, I understand why I'm doing this. I can see now, um, I'm carving out a path. Remember, this is your life. You are right. You are scripting out your life. You are creating the life that you want. In order to do that, you have to take certain steps. You can't just be like any random old thing. No, because he was doing that in the past and you're still in the same spot. So you need to do something different, right? And so that's what we're getting at. And so by by doing so, you are going to know if you're still on track, and if you are not, then you are going to see what needs to be done to get back on track, right? That's it. Sometimes we fall off because we have a crazy week, and that's okay. No one is perfect. But the fact that you evaluate yourself and now you know, okay, I did this, I shouldn't have done that, or I should do more of this. Now, the next week, you can do that. You can set a plan and you can do that. So you literally know what you're doing. So you're going in with intention within the upcoming week, which is absolutely amazing. Um, this could be, let me just say, this could be as simple as college, right? So when you're talking about your goals, I don't know where you are on your personal journey. And when you're talking about goal settings, or what you want to accomplish in the next 2 years, now this can be as simple as going to college, probably taking a vacation, um, probably taking a course or learning a new skill, wanting to lose, wanting to achieve your fitness goal, whether it be you want to gain weight or you want to lose weight, whatever your goal may be, right? And so just these simple goals you can have, and this is what you're going to be working on, right? So even though you don't have the formula, notice I say, even though you don't have the formulas yet to achieve these goals, the point is that it already mapped out in your brain, right? And you are putting it into your subconscious, right? You are putting it into your subconscious. And that is, our brain is so unique. Oh my goodness. I don't know how to help you understand how what we think drive our decisions daily. A lot of the times we don't realize that, but so we put in all of these ideas into our brain and we put it out into the universe, right? We already know this is what we want. And that has been a game changer as well in my life, just putting everything out there and subcon putting everything out there. Sorry, I think someone, oh, that was okay, cool. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone to make sure everything is all right, guys. So you're putting everything out there, which is really good, right? The next step is habits. Mhm. Now, habits are the daily steps you need to take to make it happen. So remember your goals that you set. The habits is your daily steps that you need to take in order for your goals to happen, right? And yes, you have goals, but let's just forget about these big goals for a moment and think about the small habits that you need to create. So, for example, let's just say you have this fitness goal. I want to lose 30 pounds. Okay, you know you want to lose 30 pounds. Your daily steps. What your daily steps will look like is, for your daily steps, you need to cook more healthy meals. Simple, right? And you need to exercise. Okay, those are the two things that you need to do. And you need to do that daily. So you set your habits, daily habits. I need to do this daily. So when you evaluate yourself at the end of the week, then you realize, okay, I realized I didn't cook a lot. I was eating a lot of fast food. And I realized I didn't go to the gym or I didn't exercise at home as much because for whatever reason. Now you evaluate yourself. Now the next week, now you say, okay, where did I went wrong? Okay, I know where I went wrong. So now you're gonna work harder this week to achieve those goals. Every day you need to cook well and you need to exercise. And by doing so, you will achieve your goal, losing 30 pounds or however the case might be, whatever your goal might be. So now you forget about losing 30 pounds, but you focus on those daily steps. And the last one is to follow through. And we all know what follow through means, guys. Let me be real. And this is where I want to talk about, like, this is by far the most important step for me is following through. A lot of us fail to do this. A lot of us set these goals and we get to start working on it, and for some reason we fall down and we afraid to get back up. For whatever reason, we talk ourselves out of it instead of talking ourselves into it. And whatever goals you have, whatever promises you make to yourself, that is a promise you make to yourself. And to me, that is one of the most important things you can do. And it is very hard as well because no one knows. A lot of the time, no one knows that you make these promises to yourself. So it's a lot easier to break them, right? And so this is where I would say you can put this step anywhere in between where accountability, right? Now you can form a group with your friends, maybe one or two persons who you trust, and you guys can keep each other accountable because I'm sure they will have goals as well. They're working towards the week, towards the month, the year, whatever the case might be, and that is how you keep each other accountable. So when you're doing your I guess weekly reflection, you guys could do it as a group. So that way you're accountable, you keep each other accountable. You talk about the things that you're working on and what you accomplished, what you're going to do next week. And maybe If you fall short, that's okay. Maybe one of them will be able to help you along the way. During the week, they can call you, check up, make sure, remind you, encourage you. Sometimes we just need that support system to do the things we ought to do, right? Um, and so think about all those things because this is you being intentional about your life, about your personal growth, about just improving you because you don't want to be in the same place you was 2 years ago. Because I know a lot of you look back and nothing has changed. Time has gone. You have gotten older. There's a lot change in the world, but you have stayed the same way. Even though you want to change, you have that desire to change. You're just stuck. And these are the steps you're going to take in order to move forward, in order to see that personal growth. And you remember, you have to be intentional about this. That is like one of the ways you're going to see this personal growth is if you become intentional about your journey, about your personal growth. So keep that in mind. And for me, it was always about the follow through for me because I would start something in the past and it was just everything would happen. So much things would come up and I would find different excuses. So how many times you have found excuses not to do the things that you promise yourself that you need to do in order to grow? Hmm? And as a mom, there is so much things that I can make up. We can make up because most of the time I'm extremely tired. Extremely tired. I haven't gotten enough sleep. Things need to get done. There's so much things that I can see preventing me from doing my daily steps. But I'm not going to. Like right now, it is 11:48 p.m. And one of my goals is to build a community on YouTube to help other persons when it comes to help not just other persons, moms, anyone who wanting to become, grow, develop into the person that God needs them to be. And that is what this basically my YouTube channel is about. And I make a goal, like I said, to build a community. So therefore, how am I going to build this community? Okay, what are the daily steps I'm going to take? The daily steps I'm going to take is I create a challenge for myself right now, 30 days. I am showing up and I'm going to go live. Even though I might say, but whatever the case might be, and it wouldn't be perfect. And that is okay. I am comfortable with that. And I want you to see this side of me where, yo, yeah, this is me. My hair is not the best. I don't have on this. Well, it's almost 12 o'clock, right? So yeah, I'm not gonna put on the makeup or anything like that. I'm just being my authentic self here, guys. Literally. Um, and yeah, not every day I'm gonna be putting on makeup to come on to do this, but that's okay. I made a promise to myself and I was lying on the couch and kid you not, I'm like, maybe I can just do it in the morning. Yes, I could, but I am breaking that promise to myself. And if I can break this promise, then I can break the next one and I can break the next one. And that is how that cycle continue and you continue to be stuck in the way in wherever it is right now. And so you need to develop that mindset that hey, I made this promise to myself, I need to do it despite whatever happening, unless it's something that is very severe. Okay, cool. So this is me almost 12 o'clock coming on here doing my life, whether it be for 10, 15, 20 minutes a day, even a half an hour, or maybe up to an hour a day. I'm going to be here doing my life. Whether it be in the nighttime or the morning time, I'm going to strive. Not I'm going to strive. I'm going to do this because I made this promise to myself and I need to follow through. These are the daily steps I have to take in order to achieve the goal, right? And so I just want to leave you with those steps. Remember, let me make sure I say it in. all my steps correctly, guys. I don't know why I closed it. Because I had it right here. So remember, the 3 steps is your design, which is your vision, where you want in the next 2 years, right? Where you want to see yourself in the next, where you want to accomplish in the next 2 years. Your habits. Those habits are what you're gonna is your daily steps you're gonna take to achieve your goals, right? Remember, and then you follow through. What people lack, guys, you need to follow through. That promise you make to yourself that you're gonna get up 5:30, 6 o'clock every morning, even though you're tired. Yes, I want you to follow through with it. The promise that you make, you're gonna write in your journal, you're gonna document yourself. Yes, I want you to follow through with it. The promise that you make that you're gonna read a page every day, whether it be from a regular book or from the scriptures, or you just want to get closer to God, I want you to follow through with it. The promise that you make, I am going to finish college, or I am going to start my application for this job or for college. I want you to follow through with it, right? Take those daily steps that you need to take and follow through. And if you think you need someone by your side, listen, call up a friend and say, hey, I have these goals that I set. I want you to help me achieve these goals. I want you to help me be accountable. I want to share it with you so I know it's not just me. Because when it's myself, I can easily say, tomorrow. But when I have to report to someone, it's different. So keep all that in mind. If you need to contact a friend and develop this circle where both of you or all of you work together towards your different goals and you encourage each other, go ahead and do it. But I just wanted to share all of this with you so that you know, so that you can change. You can be intentional about the things that you do, about the goals that you set, so that you can achieve your full potential, so that you can grow throughout the years. When you look back, then you'll be able to say, oh, wow, I have grown. I have accomplished X, Y, and Z. I know I set this goal and I have accomplished it. I feel good about myself. You know, I I want you to experience that feeling. When I look back and I'm like, oh my goodness, I I scripted up my life. I made this happen along with Heavenly Father, always, but I did because I was intentional and I took these steps. But thank you all for listening. Thank you for watching. And if you reach this far, go ahead, join the family. Really appreciate it. Share it with someone who you think this will help. Comment down below. Let me know so that we can interact with each other. And I will respond to all the comments, of course. If you have any questions, especially when I lie down on the couch and I have time, I will do it. And so I just want to say thanks again for watching and listening. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. If you have something specific that you want me to share or talk on, go ahead and comment down below. And I would see you tomorrow. Yes.